how far behind our society is legislatively for how far we've all shifted into this virtual space with social media and our phones and the internet. You have the Internet Decency Act in the United States in Section 230, which makes companies like Facebook, Twitter, and Google, they have no legal liability for what a user does on their platform. And there are some bad actors that take real advantage of that. And there's so much more they could do, and these companies are so profitable, but they've started to do even less. They're now they removed the human element entirely and are going way more into artificial intelligence for looking at these complaints. People like these internet trolls can really get in there and do a lot of damage, and there's not even a lot of laws to catch up to what they're doing. I simply do not have the ego to believe that I'm going to change the laws or change how social media companies operate. If I have any goal with this film, it's pretty basic. It's just learn to not engage with internet trolls, to simply ignore the social media monsters and move on. I do have a bias in this film. 10 years ago, when I started interacting with this guy, I thought I was just dealing with an internet troll, and I reacted very poorly. I hit below the belt. I said things that were very rude and wrong and hurtful. And for that, I apologize. I'm apologizing to Matthew Berdyck that I said and did those things. I was wrong to have done that. I mean, I was responding to someone who sent me multiple emails in a row calling me a fat fuck. But at the same time, that doesn't make my reaction right. I should have never responded at all. I should have just had zero reply. And that's one of my biggest regrets, is replying and continuing on with this. And now this guy's obsessed with me 10 years later. My hope is that this movie does not inspire anybody to attack or harass or make fun of Matthew Berdyck. That is not my intent. That is not my goal in any way, shape, or form. It's possible he's genuinely mentally ill, and regardless of whether he's mentally ill or not, I just feel sorry for him. I think that he's somebody that's hurting and he needs help. And the movie's not in any way supposed to be making fun of him. It's hard to not find humor in some aspects of his behavior because it gets so ludicrous. But in the end, I would hope that the kind of like combination of the whole picture is, here's somebody that needs help. When Matthew Berdyck contacts somebody's boss trying to get them fired after they have a fight on social media, if they can point to this film and go to their boss and say, look, just be careful, this is what we're dealing with. And if this kind of like just eradicates his power to cause that stress, I think it was completely worthwhile. I think the film will have been worth it. And from what I understand, that's already happened about a dozen times so far. So this experience has just been fantastic, knowing that I've helped at least a couple people's lives.